Good morning. Me fresh out of the shower with fresh shower hair. Oh, how is everyone today? I read the Essene Gospel of Peace last night, and it was really, really mind-blowing. Yeshua was talking about how the original commandment from God of thou shalt not kill also included the food that we ate. And someone said, and it was written in the book, but the law of Moses said that you could kill clean beasts and eat them, just not unclean beasts. And Jesus said that was because at the time Moses negotiated with God and said, my people won't survive if they don't have meat. And so that's when the tablets were broken and it was rewritten. But Jesus is like, no, the original commandment was thou shalt not kill and thou shalt not eat what thou kills. I mean, you're not supposed to eat meat. So I had this long talk with Yeshua last night. And what he said is, if you're going to be one of the pioneers of this entire community, you have to not eat meat. You have to not eat foods that are cooked or foods that were frozen. You can't use fire for those purposes. So I took the book upstairs to study everything because I wanted to make sure exactly what he was saying. And it's exactly what he said when I read this book years ago. Nothing's changed. So today begins for me a journey that I undertook a few years ago of a raw vegan diet. It's about to change everything. And he said, enlist the help of Sahaniel, Haniel, my beautiful archangel higher self. So I made this list of things to eat and things not to eat and went back to the medical medium program. So here's my little eating plan of the day. And here's a list of all the fruits and vegetables that I need to go buy. I actually loved being on this program. They have things like the detox smoothie, the heavy metal smoothie, things to, and they're really delicious, but things to help really cleanse the body. And, he's pretty clear that Satan is the one who's basically saying, eat this thing, say this thing, think this thing, interact with someone in this way. And oh my God, I had done the work of ending my soul contract with Satan. And he basically said, you're free to make your own choices now. You're just continuing to make the ones, you're no longer in, what's that thing that he calls it? You're no longer in hypnotic rhythm. He said, but you're continuing to make choices out of habit. He said, but you have the free will to be able to stop that at any point. So here I am stopping that. This is going to be a whole new world for me. And I mean longer than, the 28-day cleanse as scheduled by the medical medium book. Anyway, I'm enlisting the aid of all of my angels and archangels and friends and clients and students and family and everybody that I know. And, if Yeshua said to me, look, if you're going to lead this thing, you have to lead by example. So I'm like, okay, I'm all in. It's going to be one of the biggest challenges. He just said to me, do you really want to say that? It's going to be one of the most extraordinary changes in my life. I changed my languaging about that. And I'm very excited, and I'm going to employ everything that I can possibly imagine to make this manifest, because it would change the game. It would change everything in my world. So I'm very excited about that. So Monday, February 17th, go and read this book. I mean, go pages ahead and read. What I'm reading to you guys every day in the evening portions with Yeshua are extraordinary, but there's so much to this book. And this is the book that I'm talking about, the Essene Gospel of Peace, which I'll be reading from this afternoon. And so for today, we have Monday, February 17th, seasonal focus, brooks run free and buds appear. Here's the interesting thing. Over the weekend, it snowed like crazy, and then the next day it rained like crazy because the weather went from 22 degrees up to 50 degrees and then back down. So there doesn't seem to be a lot of snow on the ground right now. And you can definitely tell that the buds are starting to appear. There are actually little plants that are showing up here on the 17th of February. The morning focus is the angel of life. Meditate while touching a houseplant. Exchange energy with this being. Gorgeous. Meditation. And now the life force in me, as in all beings, cries out to know itself apart from the mother. My life, the uniqueness of that which I am, calls on me to experience. For it is only in the full freedom of my own experiencing that I gain the wisdom of my connectedness with all that is. For I am the one, and I am also the many. Today, I will bring my spirit of uniqueness to the way in which I eat, and starting the 28-day medical medium program. I'm very excited to go shopping, actually. I go to Trader Joe's and another restaurant called Whole Foods. So I'm very excited for both of those. And what am I feeling? I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling clean. I love being freshly showered. I'm feeling nervous, and I'm, willing to feel all of it. And okay, so now let us read The Angel of Life. By the way, this is the medical medium book. This book is incredible. And I went back and I read his story again, which I had read years ago, about how he came to have his relationship with Spirit of the Most High. And Spirit of the Most High said that what he is a word, and the word that he is compassion. And he said that everything is a word, and word has energy and power and structure to it. And he said the word that God is love. So first there's love, and then there's compassion. And he said there are other, he said he's not an angel, and he's never been a human. But one of the things that he talks about in the back of the book are the what he calls the necessary angels, and then the unnamed angels. The essential angels. Angel of mercy, angel of faith, angel of trust, angel of healing, angel of restitution, angel of deliverance. And then here's the part that I love. This is the Essene part. Angel of the sun, angel of light, angel of water, angel of air. And then there's angel of purity, fertility, birth, peace, beauty, purpose, knowledge, wisdom, awareness, relationships, angel of dreams, angel of time, angel of free will, angel of promise, angel of inner voice, angel of strength, angel of dimension. And then he says there are 144,000 unnamed angels. And it's interesting because Yeshua is talking about all this in the Essene Gospel of Peace. I have to believe that Anthony William was an Essene, because everything that he's recommending is the Essene diet. So this book is really, really fascinating. It talks about how to access angelic aid, how to call upon the angels. And they show up. They absolutely show up. That's something that I have known and have experienced. All right, this is my cat ripping a bag. He doesn't eat it, he just rips it because he's hungry. Oh my God. Astro, are you going to be okay till I finish? He's, he's tearing this bag. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background, but he's tearing this little paper bag apart for all that it's worth. Okay, lesson 48. Whew, there is nothing to fear. Greetings, beloveds. How could there be anything to fear when all that exists is love? This is the memory, this is the remembrance, this is the journey that we ask you to take with us today through this lesson. When you are able to look upon all with love, when you are able to look upon all with grace and holiness, and with an aspect of divinity that is indeed representative of your truth, then you will see that fear is indeed an illusion. All is illusory inside of the egoic mind. But when you come into alignment with the aspect of you that is indeed God, you will come to see that all that does exist is love. Love that you have for yourself, love that you have for another, love that you have for each circumstance that occurs, love that you have for a sister and a brother, and a mother and a father, and a son and a daughter. Through this knowing that there is only love and that fear does not exist, you are able to pierce the illusion and come into the truth that God is where you are. And that is all that ever has been. You come to feel a profound peace. You know that you have come home to the truth. the truth of love, the truth of you, the truth of you that always has been and always will be pure light. And then you allow yourself, beloveds, to let go of the fears and the thoughts and the worries and the dark murmurings that come from the shadows of the mind, the aspects of you that would say, yes, but what about this situation? Yes, but what about that situation? And it does not matter if you are able to say, fear does not exist. All that exists is the light and the truth and the love of God and all that God has created. And you come to see that nothing does indeed mean anything except for the thoughts that you have applied to it. All is as it should be, and it is filled with radiance and love and light. And you allow yourselves to dwell inside of that place of tenderness. You will allow yourself to say, this is what I have feared. How silly of me. For there is only love here. There is only truth here. There is only kindness here. There is only grace here. In that moment of grace, beloveds, you are once again granted, and you allow yourselves to accept the truth of you, the truth that we will remind you. Wait, let me start that again. In that moment of grace, beloveds, you are once again granted, and you allow yourselves to accept the truth of you, the truth that we will remind you of each and every moment that you forget, a truth that will remind you that you are indeed a blessing. Every aspect of you is indeed a blessing. We thank you for this journey that you have chosen to embark upon. We thank you for the kindness that you have shown to one another. We thank you for the grace that you give. Understand, beloveds, that there is an aspect of you that is pure innocence, pure love, and pure light. There's a kindness that lives within you, a generosity, a loveliness. And in that beauty, in that pool of exquisite light, is the truth of you. Delve today, beloveds, into the depth of that. Allow yourself to know that there truly is nothing to fear. For how could there be fear in a world of perfection? How could there be darkness in a pool of light? So dive deeply, beloveds, plumb down to find the truth of you, and know that we are here waiting for you to come, to say, welcome home. And our love for you is beyond mortal imagination. And as you come to see that you are more than the human being that you have believed yourself to be, the body that you have believed yourself to be, you come to a moment of peace. You come to see that there is indeed nothing to fear. For fear is an illusion, a choice that was made in error, and a choice that can be rectified by merely saying, I choose love. I choose the way of my heart. And you find yourself upon the path of love and joy. And all is blessed. And all along your pathway, all along your pathway will join you and say, yes, we walk together today in peace and in love, and it is indeed a blessing. We thank you for your constancy. We thank you for your commitment. We thank you for walking the way of this path with us. And know that we are with you, beloved ones, and we shall speak with you again. Our blessings to you always. Okay. And now, here is our beloved Magdalene. Astro, I will feed you in just one moment. I just have to channel Mary Magdalene right now, okay? Hold on one moment. Hungry kitty is never a good situation. I truly have this fear that should I die and it's just me and Astro, they're going to find me with a couple eyeballs eaten out because it's the soft, squishy parts when he gets really hungry and there's no one there to feed him. I know it's a silly fear, but it's in there. Greetings, beloveds. Fears are quite a silly thing when you can see them from the perspective of love. But understand that fears are what are chosen, beloveds, by each of you when you have decided that what you need to do is take a walk on the wild side, shall we say. Somewhere you had decided that you wanted to be able to create as God created, rather than being in direct alignment. You had a moment of independence, and there is indeed a mess that has been made of it. But beloveds, understand that indeed even this is part of the plan of what it is to go out and to experience all that can be experienced. This is why each being was given free will to have the choice. And beloveds, in the lesson today, what we want you to truly understand is that fear is a choice that is made, and yet there is nothing to fear. You ask, how could it possibly exist if it is not real? Beloveds, you can always choose a moment of fear, and you can allow yourself to feel the feelings of what fear is. But rather than resolutely saying that fear is not real, what we would rather allow you to understand, beloveds, is that fear is a choice that you can make the same way that love is. There's a cat that very much would like to eat right now. There's a cat that is afraid that he shall never eat again. Beloveds, allow yourself to know that there is always a choice. Only love is real, but you can choose what is not real, and that's where the option for fear comes in. It does not mean that you will not experience what fear feels like. It does not mean that there will not be a million options of what there is to fear in the world. But beloveds, know that at every moment, what you have is the power to say, I choose love instead. We love you, and indeed we shall speak with you again. All right, I have a hungry child. I gotta go feed my child. Thank you all so much for today. Much love, and I will see you this afternoon. Bye, everybody.